Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. And on behalf of the Foundation, welcome to the Richard Milhous Nixon Library, Birthplace, and Burial Site. Quite a mouthful, that is. I am former Congressman John Campbell, who for 10 years represented an area just a little bit to the west and the south of here in Congress, and retired just about 15 months ago. I got to know Dr. Rand Paul, and I will at least at first call him that, through his father, then Congressman Ron Paul, who Thursdays at lunch at noon would have a group of us, like-minded individuals, who met in his office for a rather, I will say, sparse and low-budget lunch, which is in keeping, I think, but certainly there was food there, and we would meet there and have usually speakers who would come and talk to those of us who believed that the paramount function of government is to ensure the liberty of the people. Senator Paul joined those meetings when he could make the long trek over from the Senate now and then. A couple of things I will say about Senator Paul. There are two types of people I found in Washington. There are those who are career politicians, and there are those who had a life before they came to Washington, D.C. Senator Paul is one of the latter, and we want more of the latter. Because when you have experienced life as Senator Paul has, not just outside of D.C., but as a very successful doctor and ophthalmologist, you have a perspective on things that you don't get when you've lived your life entirely within the confines of government. And it does another thing for you. It enables you to take positions and be bold and be strong, because you know that if for some reason you lost this job, you have a life after this job. And that your self-worth, your self-image is not made up by that title, congressman or senator. It's made up by a much deeper set of character traits that makes up you. And that certainly is Dr. Rand Paul. The other thing I will say is there are another two types of people in Washington. There are those who operate on principle and those who operate on expediency. We need more of the former, which is, again, what Dr. Rand Paul is. An individual who stands on principle, but let me say this, there are many people back there who stand on principle, but not all of them are as respected as this man is. And both sides of the aisle, all across, they respect him because they know what he is doing is not out of personal ambition, but it's out of what he believes very strongly to his core is right. And they also know that he will be consistent, and that when he takes a position on something, there will be a consistency, and you will know and understand why he is there, what he is standing for, and the importance of that thing. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here in California, but we should all be extremely thankful to the people of Kentucky that they have given us and hopefully will continue to give us Senator Rand Paul. I introduce to you the senator from Kentucky.